really sneaks up on you how much you learn in such a short amount of time, and how you really become like a little bit more of an expert in emergency medicine just from being around and working with all of the amazing attendings. Like, it feels so casual at times that you don't even know that you're learning, but you are. And I think the faculty and admin have done a great job at creating an environment that is safe for learning and exciting for learning, and I wouldn't have wanted to be at any other program.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that's really great about our program is how much we all feel like a family here. When you come to shift, everybody is excited to be there. Everybody is, happy to help you with a procedure, happy to, help get you involved in a case that, maybe you weren't directly involved in. I think that those are the things over the last couple of years that have made it really fun to come to work.
And that's like kind of the vibe here, is that we're all one big happy family, both at work and outside of it.
Yeah, we'll cook together, we'll bake together, we'll play board games together, play volleyball together. We even got to pick up soccer games together. Just so much fun, and like a huge family environment here.
Our attendings are included in that too. So our attendings, particularly the younger ones or the ones who have recently graduated from our program, are often participating in the events that we have outside of work. But we also see like a lot of our attendings at our events, and they're our friends too, both on shift and off.
Yeah, we'll often go to their houses. They'll open their houses to have us there to have group sessions for whether it's our affinity groups with our DEI committees, or if it's going out to go get dinner and grab some food together. I think the wide variety and diversity of our patient population has been really enriching to our education here. We've gotten great procedures, a great range of patient care, ranging from just a simple fracture that needs splinting all the way to something that needs cardiac level of ICU care, including like LVADs or even ECMO. Those are like high, interesting, like new emerging technologies in medicine that we are having firsthand opportunities to learn about and actually see that patient population.
I think our sim lab is probably one of the strong points of our program. Our residents are really known throughout all of the hospitals that we rotate at for our procedural skills, and we start building those on day one as interns at during orientation at the sim lab, and that continues throughout your 3 years here. We have a whole building that is essentially dedicated to training and sim, and a lot of the faculty that staff that are EM attending, so we work very closely with them, often once or twice a month, do sim and procedural labs, and that is evident in the way that other services rely on us for procedures. Being procedurally strong is something that I think everybody wants to be coming out of emergency medicine residency, and I feel confident that we get that here.
We also get lots of opportunities to be educators and to learn how to be great bedside educators as well as classroom educators, with our association with the UConn Medical School, through tons of ultrasound teaching opportunities, and so much more that kind of helps you develop a flavor for how you're going to go being an attending.
I think that I started the program with a little bit of imposter syndrome, and I feel like just the support, the training has kind of let me grow into my own self and be more confident in myself and in my skills as well.
So I feel like with each year, we're just being pushed a little bit more. So I do feel like over the next few years, I will eventually feel confident enough to go out and practice on my own. So I really do feel like this program has graduated responsibility to get one to that place.
So what do we love about UConn? I chose UConn because of its diversity. Meeting everybody, I really love the people. It's a really good vibe. Everybody's so helpful. They always check on you during shifts. Even the consultants are very, very nice, generally very helpful. We have a lot of off-service rotations that we go to that you get great experience with.
I first met all the UConn people when I was a med student. I rotated at one of our hospitals here. I really fell in love with the residents and the attendings and like the culture they had fostered here.
I think one of the highlights of our program is our sim center and our ultrasound department. We have excellent ultrasound education and ultrasound pass a pointer that keep us on our toes or on our fingers, depending on how you look at it. And our sim center is par none. Like, it's multi-level. We have every mannequin you can think about, and again, our faculty is absolutely committed to making sure we are well trained and get simulations in almost everything that we see when we take resuscitation or trauma cases.
And during orientation, we have a 6-week orientation period for all the interns, and we spend a significant amount of time with that at SESI, which is our sim center, and we get very well trained before we start our first shifts in ED.
The seniors made this year honestly way easier to get through, because anytime I needed something, they were always there. I could turn to someone very easily and just ask for help, and didn't feel like I was bothering anyone. All the seniors always checked in to make sure I was okay.
Not to sound cliche, but I absolutely love the people. My class is amazing. The classes below me, they're really wonderful people. They're really, really kind. But on top of that, it's a place that I get all the pathology of the craziest things you've ever seen, getting that exposure at a place that is kind and compassionate.
So what do we love about UConn? There's so many different things. I remember for me what really stood out was the people, and even at the night before interview dinner, just the vibe, the community feeling, and it just feels like family. That's the biggest thing for me.
It's a really supportive environment, both residents and attendings, like Hannah said. Everyone seems to have your back. It's also nice to rotate through multiple different hospitals to really experience university-style hospitals, community, lots of trauma. So I feel like we get exposure to everything, and I feel like we're really well trained when we're leaving residency here.
Definitely. We have 3 level 1 trauma centers, which is incredible. One of them is a freestanding pediatric hospital. I think it's the only freestanding pediatric hospital in the state of Connecticut. Impressive. And we get to rotate at all of them, and all of the people that we interact with are amazing. Even when you're on off-service rotations, whether you're on trauma, and if you're in the ICU, if you're doing psych, whatever rotation you're on, everyone's just so lovely and so supportive, and you come out of here being really well trained.
I really feel like you get really good training here, and not only that, but you also form a family, which is super important during residency, especially if you're coming from a different place like I am. I'm originally from Florida. What made my move easier and the transition itself was the bond that I formed at the very beginning with my intern class. I was able to find support within them, and then eventually support within a few other individuals that I became really close with, and I still am. And I think having that security of being able to just hang out with someone, that in itself for me adds so much value. And Dr. London and Dr. Price do an amazing job of cultivating that type of environment and bringing in individuals that really kind of have that at the forefront of what they want in life. And not only that, but then also just having faculty and advisors just being always open to helping out, finding where to live, finding places to go to depending on what you want or you're interested in.
And that ultrasound boot camp in orientation is just 2 straight days of 8+ hours of ultrasound, and it's just really a good introduction into ultrasound. And then there's so many attendings that encourage you to use it on every shift that it's fantastic, and really you can do so much. You can become proficient at every single ultrasound, and then bring that into your future as an attending.
And I think what is awesome too is that Dr. Herbst is big on yes, you can do a fellowship, an ultrasound fellowship after residency, but this program within the 3 years that you're here leaves you strong enough to be able to do it proficiently and do it well, and then have that as another tool set in your tool belt.